Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. So it's been a little while since I have covered a ship review or a ship build. I've been kind of overwhelmed with all the mods and stuff, and yeah. But I decided, because I had a few people ask about this ship in one of my streams. I still do make ships. I haven't given up on them. I've just, I tend to kind of, every Saturday I tend to kind of make one on stream. A lot of input comes from the chat, the guys in the chat and girls in the chat also. So if you're interested in watching me put a ship together or just kind of having an input and just messing around, definitely come to the stream. But anyway, plugs out of the way. So this is the Daedalus. So my kind of headcanon for this is it's basically a Stroud vessel that was made as a kind of a freighter slash kind of general purpose vessel that has been up-armored by my character to make it more of a kind of an armed freighter, kind of like a hero ship. I've been doing this thing recently where I've been kind of making, like the Millennium Falcon, like it's based on a Corellian YT freighter that's been heavily modified to make it quite efficient in combat, and that's kind of the premise behind this. So as you can see, this is one of its prominent features is that it has those cargo containers and a little track, and the whole idea is it's for unloading cargo and stuff. Generally, I quite like the shape of this ship. I feel like with Stroud-Eklund ships, they tend to kind of, end up being this style. But yeah, let's take a look at the stats, shall we? So it's got a fuel of 630, which is very nice. It's got a hull of 1523, which is that's at the main point. Cargo capacity of 2120, which isn't a whole lot, but it's enough. So I don't really carry much of my ships these days. Just because I prefer to... Is there a cargo in there? No. Just because I prefer to... I store most of my stuff that I need in the lodge. It's got a C-class reactor with 40 power, crew of 9, jump range of 30 light years, 1600 shield, and it's got 3 sets of weapons. It's got laser weapons that are hidden, ballistic weapons that you can see sticking out the front there, and it's got 4 particle turrets for point defense. So if you want to make this ship, it'll probably cost you around 700k with without perks. So yeah, let's get into it, shall we? So it's been a while since I've kind of flown a kind of mainly Stroud vessel. One of the ships I've flown for a very long time was the Aurora that I made. It was basically it was meant to be kind of loosely based on the Fer de Lance and the Red Mamba from Elite Dangerous. And I quite see, the thing is, Shroud ships are generally used an awful lot, and kind of the reason they're used is because their parts are just so good for building. They kind of mesh well together. So this is let me show you some more of it. Oh, I really like how these the crane kind of system turned out. Friend of the channel and also Discord, one of the OGs in the Discord, Michael MT Freeman, he kind of came up with this idea to put cranes on ships, because basically it didn't make sense. The ships had all this cargo and stuff, but nothing to offload them if you didn't land at a specific port, and I really like that idea. And I think he's kind of inspired a lot of ships now, at least in the Discord community, have kind of been making these kind of cranes, and I want to do something similar. These are kind of obviously it's a crane, but it's not like a full-on, it's more like a drops down, like a mini crane. It's a mini crane, kind of more like a kind of a dock crane. The ones that kind of move, and it lifts the containers under it. It can extend its height. Anyway, in we go. We have the Stroud-Eklund entryway. So I will say, initially I had planned on customizing this ship, and I customized some of it on stream, but then for some reason I didn't save. So we've got the base halves instead, so it's not blank. So we've got this spine that goes the whole way up to kind of the main center line of the ship, and then if we head in here, we got engine room. Now, ideally, if you did watch that stream where I built it, ideally I wanted to have the empty engine room here, and I had this set up as my crafting station with some mannequins. And then we have the captain's quarters in there. Simeon is eating a sandwich. What are you eating? Okay, somebody's eating a sandwich. Cool. Again, not a huge fan of this captain's quarters, but over the Stroud, I will say the empty variant is actually quite cool because you can put a bed here and stuff. Again, I do plan on getting it kind of like decorated, but it's kind of a low priority just because I don't. Excuse me, Cora. Because I even made like a cool room for Cora and stuff. If we docking board underneath, we head up to the next level, and we don't get stuck. Come on, there we go. Nope. There we go. Another 1 by 1 leads to another 1 by 1. We have a living quarters here for the crew to kind of chill. Very nice. Got a box and some tissues. And then if we head this way, we have a mess hall. Now I will say, I initially didn't really want to make this as a mess hall. It was more like kind of another living quarters. I like had Cora's room in here. I had like I wrote like Cora on the wall. I had like a bunk bed and stuff, and like a little area for Gary. But like I said, I lost the save. We have the kitchen, the base kitchen model. So these habs are the habs I intend to use. Now this one I'm still wasn't really sure on, because this was one of the habs that was like, it was set as like a full hab, but I don't know, I kind of wanted to like swap it out for something else, but I wasn't really sure. This is the all-in-one berth 3x1. It's a cool hab, but yeah. And if we head back this way, this is probably one of the few ships where I've kind of organized quite well. Next level we have a control station, the crew, and then we have another engine room. This is just kind of to break up the monotony. I really like these. I used to always dislike these engine rooms because they add nothing to like the gameplay kind of stats of the ship, but I've actually started to really like them now. So then up we go to the top floor. I believe this is the Kon-Tiki bridge, I believe. Really cool bridge. Got some captain's locker there. All right, let's hit her into space and see how ship performs, shall we? It's a pretty big vessel, but I quite like it. I think if I was going to change one thing, I probably would add different landing gear. I'm not a huge fan of the Stroud landing gear, because I initially was just trying to keep it all Stroud. You can't go wrong with some of the big Hope Tech gear, though. Right, so weapon-wise, as always, I have perks to increase my power by 5. So with this review, we're going to pull 5 power. Okay, so weapon-wise, we got our lasers, ballistics, particles are turreted. Base speed is going to be 130, I believe. Yeah, base speed 130. Boost speed is probably going to be like between 4 and 5. Wait, 450? Yeah, 450, not too bad. Agility-wise, it's quite agile for a ship of this size. I believe it's like 90 or 80 agility. Yeah, it's very agile. Alright, so now we're going to head down to the plant. I'll show you how to build it. Alright, so here we are in the breakdown of the vessel. So we got 3 layers. A lot of merging here. Well, actually a lot, it's a little bit. So the top layer we have this Kon-Tiki B600 bridge from Stroud Eklund, 380 cargo, 6 crew. Gonna move this slots in right there. We're gonna move that for a moment. So at the front here, got 2 Stroud Cap A's, 1 port 4, 1 starboard 4. Stroud nose cap B. We have a Stroud Engineering Bay 3x1. Stroud Control Station 2x1. We've got 2 of these Stroud Cowling 1LB starboard and port. And then on top of them, we've got 2 equipment plates, and then 2 of the 4 Disruptor 3340A Auto Alpha turrets from Horizon Defense, C-Class, 45-50 range, 4 fire rate, 19 hull and shield damage, and 3 power. Then we have 2 of these Stroud Cowling 3LA starboard and port. And then at the back here, we've got 2 more of the Stroud Cowling 1LB with 2 more equipment plates and 2 more of the Disruptor turrets. And then we have 2 Stroud Cap A's and a Stroud Cap C. So this is basically mirrored Then the side here, we've got this mirrored on each side. We've got Hope Tech Pipes 4, Hope Tech Pipes A mid, a Hope Tech Radiator top, Hope Tech Pipe mid, and then a Hope Tech Pipe aft. And then we have this Nova wing which connects it all. So the easiest way to kind of set this up is you get your Nova wing, you slot it in there. You would attach, let's say, for instance, you would attach your back pipes like so. Then you remove the wing, you would attach the radiator. Once the radiator is attached, you would then attach your front pipes, and then you just radiator go, or the Hope Tech pipe or Nova wing goes back in, and you do a little flip technique. That's the exact same on the other side there. Second level of the vessel, at the front here we have a Stroud braking engine. We have a Stroud mid bracer. We have two nose cap C's from Stroud, port and starboard. And then we have 3 equipment plates, 2 at the front, 1 at the back here. And we have 3 MKE-9 auto Gauss guns from Ballistic Solutions Incorporated. C-class, 1625 range, 1.5 fire rate, 74.40 hull damage, and 4 power. Behind it, we've got a Stroud mess hall with 2 of these equipment plates on top. Then we have the Stroud all-in-one berth 3x1, a Stroud living quarters with 2 more of these plates. The reason for these plates is to prevent ladders from spawning. And then we've got 2 storerooms there, companionway and a storeroom. The back here, we've got a J52 Gamma grav drive from Reladyne, C-class, 11 power, 50 jump thrust, which gives us 30 light years. We also, merged inside, we have our reactor, which is an SF40 sheared flow reactor from Dogstar, C-class, 40 power, 1315 hull. And then on top of that, we have an Assurance SG1800 shield generator from Sexton Shield Systems, C-class, 12 power, 1600 shields. So in order to merge these, I'm going to just really quickly show you. It's pretty straightforward. So you just slot your reactor in first, and then you put your grav drive on top. And then you just basically want to drop it down like that, highlight it, and drop it down one more time. And that's it. And then your little shield generator up on top of it. Each side, we've got 2 Amidon X300 engines from Amidon. C-class, 3 power, 25,890 engine thrust, 8,400 maneuvering. 2 of them. And then we have in the middle here, we have a Supernova 2200 engine from Reladyne, C-class, 3 power, 25,770 engine thrust, 7,650 maneuvering. And then on the side pieces here, we've got Deimos bumpers, 1 on each side, and then some Deimos wing C's. And then we have 2 Stormax cargo holes there, 1 on each side. Stormax 60s, 435 cargo. 2 more wing C's, 2 more cargo, 2 more wing C's, and then 2 more of these bumpers. So in order to get these in here, it's pretty straightforward. So you'd start with your wing C's, you put them there. And then all you want to do is you just bring this in, flip it, let go of it, then highlight everything, press A, you'll see it now snaps into it. Same thing again, you just basically grab it, flip it, highlight everything, tap A or whatever your button is, select. Same again with this one, bring it in, highlight everything, like so, and then same with this one. You just place it, flip it, perfect. And then the bottom of the vessel here, we've got 2 Stroud Cap A's. Inside here, we've got equipment plate from Tayo on each side. And then we've got 3 Reza 300 PHC SX pulse lasers from Shinigami, C-class, 1040 range, 4 fire rate, 34 shield damage, and 4 power. Now, one of these has 2 inside of it. It's this one, okay. So instead of kind of doing some sort of like tricky kind of merge technique, because normally I would merge them in, but I realize you don't need to merge these ones in, so I just have 2 at the front here, or 1 at the front and then 2 at the back. And then we have a Nova porthole for a Stroud Captain's Quarters 2x1. We have an equipment plate here. We have another Stroud Engineering Bay. 3 more equipment plates, and then a Stroud Companion 1x1. Stability Pro landing bay there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ACU-11 landing gear from Stroud Eklund, 2 thrust each. 2 Stroud Cap A's, 1 there, 1 there. We have another Supernova engine. They're merged into one another. And then we have an AcU-11 landing gear, and we have 3 of these helium-3 tanks merged into the bottom. So all you want to do is you basically want to drop them down like so. There's 1. Oh no, wrong way. Whoops, you want to select the bottom. There's 2 drop down. And there's 3 drop down. Now you can delete the rest. And just to confirm, you'll see here we got 1. We got 2. And we got 3. Let me go back. Now, so just a heads up when you're building this. So let's say, for instance, with these equipment plates, it can be kind of tricky to kind of place what you want to place. So I'm just going to really quickly show you how you would place. So let's say, for instance, this piece would slot in there, I believe. Yeah, this piece will slot in here, but as you can see, equipment plate's in the way. So all you want to do is we're going to get this piece. And we're basically going to make kind of a scaffold so we can drop it down. So there we go. So as you can see there, it's floating above like so, and then you just press Y or whatever duplicate, and it drops down like so. And then we're going to do the same thing again with this bad boy here. Just going to Y, drop it down like so. Perfect. And then it would be the exact same on the top level, because on the top level you see we have these 2 here, and these are supposed to like sit flush here. But obviously they're blocking the traffic. So all you want to do is duplicate them up like so. And then you can highlight both of them and drop them down, and like that, they're all good to go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I really like the ship. Like I said, it's been a while since I've kind of done a Stroud build that's fully Stroud. I say fully Stroud, it's using some Hope Tech pieces, but it's Stroud for the most part, and I really, really like it. So let me know what you guys think. Are you a fan? I'm curious, let me know if you, because obviously, you know, I think if you're watching my videos, you probably build ships at some point. But when it comes to ships, I know I used to always say that I prefer building small ships. But now that the decorator's a thing, and you can customize the interior a little bit better, I find the bigger halves are more fun to kind of mess around with and decorate. So has the decorator kind of made you build, has your ship kind of building changed? Like say for instance, before the decorator, were you building small ships and now are you building big ships, or vice versa? Now that the decorator, you can kind of customize one by ones. Have you found yourself building smaller ships? I'd like to know what you guys are building. But yeah, as always guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and catch you in the next one. Bye bye.